Audience, welcome back. We are about to lift the curtain on one of the most powerful yet widely misunderstood forces in human experience, memory. Think of it this way, that memory is the world's most persuasive storyteller. It crafts epics from the mundane, but simultaneously it is world's worst stenographer. It consistently fails at accurate and objective recording. So here is the inherent brutal pain point. People don't remember the effort you poured into building that product, that content, or that campaign. They only remember the recollection of it. Our goal today is deep transformation, to move from just building things to building them with memory aware design and messaging. The outcome? Products, content, and campaign that people genuinely remember, reliably repeat, and enthusiastically recommend. Today, we are starting our day with the memory and recall biases. So, the attention and perception biases is completed. Okay, now let's shatter a myth right now. Memory does not record events, guys. Memory does not record events, it edits them. Before starting the next word, I am just giving you one important suggestion, that is, watch this video in 1.5x or 2x, please. Okay, watch the video in this speed, so then you will not get bored or you will easily get the information in your head. Okay, so what is memory? Memory does not record events, it edits them. Okay, it is an active, biased, and highly creative process. Okay, it compresses, it highlights specific stuff. Okay, and yes, it often invents your meticulously crafted user journey. It always invent or manipulate your memory. Okay, it's all just by a few fleeting moments the brain decides to keep. It only keep the little bit of moments of that past. It does not recall or remember everything. It does not recall or remember holistic journey. Okay, so to the master this art, we need to understand the 8 core biases, and these are the 8 core biases. Okay, we are going to talk about it. Peak and rule, rosy retrospection, hindsight bias, the misinformation effect, consistency bias, and the spacing effect. Guys, these are the tools we are going to learn. These are the thing that false memory, self references, these are going to be our tools. We are going to understand these analogies, and then we are going to apply these stuff. Okay, so ready for the first one? Peak and end rule. What is it? Peak and end rule, the first and arguably the most powerful one. Okay, because people judge an entire experience, no matter how long, by its most intense moment, the peak, and its immediate conclusion, the end. Okay, they always look for the hook and the end. As we know in the previous bias, where we understand the primacy and recency effect, in the previous video I talked about it. So this is also coming again in the memory bias. Okay, one spectacular highlight and a seamless farewell will utterly outweigh 2 hours of lukewarm mediocrity in the middle. Guys, the middle point always got forgotten. Okay, You do not remember that. So, like, think of a vacation. Think of your vacation, guys. Just think of your vacation. You endured 2 days of mediocre weather, but you had one breathtaking sunset and a smooth, comfortable flight to the home. You don't recall the average, you recall the feeling of amazing. Amazing. Okay. So the application is that engineer that particular, that high watermark, okay, in your user flow, that wow demo, that moment of delightful discovery, and always end with a crisp, profoundly gratifying close, a celebratory screen, okay, a tangible outcome, a perfect success message, okay. Your closing should be gratifying, okay. The celebratory screen, whatever that, in the duolingo, whenever you complete a task, it always celebrate, right? It always celebrate, right? So that is the peak and rule. Now let's move towards the rosy retrospection. So we remember the past as simply better than it actually was. The nostalgia effectively adds sugar to yesterday's tea. The relatable truth is you remember college as this golden age, the intellectual glow, the friendships, while the stress, the exam, and the intent ramen fade away. Guys, instant ramen fade away. That, like, the the brick brick base, the simple smaller things you do not notice, okay. You do not look for the brick, you always look for a holistic house structure, okay. And you always remember that house structure, okay. The starting point of that architecture to till the ending, okay. You do not remember the plaster, okay. You do not remember that rock, you always remember that final outcome, okay. Or that feeling of, oh, achievement, yes, we had done it, okay. So that's the thing, guys. The application, this is where post experience storytelling is vital after the user's journey, okay. Leverage photo highlights, testimonials, and celebratory summaries. You must shape the memory after the moment has passed. That's the thing. Now, next is hindsight bias. This is a sneaky villain, okay. Once an outcome occurs, whether good or bad, we instantly feel we knew it all along. Uncertainty gets retroactively rewritten as obvious inevitability. The relatable truth is that friend who claimed the stock market crash was predictable, even though they were highly unsure a month before it happened, okay. That stock market analysis. To protect learning from this cognitive edit, you must document decisions. Always document your decisions, okay, before the outcome, okay. Not after the outcome, but before the outcome, why you are taking that decision, why it is important, why this choice is important. Compare the original plan with the actual result. Otherwise, every mistake will simply be labeled an obvious error. Okay, you will just see it as error and you are not going to learn from it. Don't worry, guys, we are going to learn all these biases in very deeper manner, okay. I will have at least 2 videos for all these biases, okay. So that's the thing, guys. That's the thing. You have to document. Then the misinformation effect. Memories are fragile and will genuinely change when exposed to misleading or suggestive information. familiar lies start to feel true. Familiar lie start to feel true as truth. Okay, for example, like reading a compelling rumor and then suddenly remembering a supporting detail that never in fact happened. Like you may have understand, like in the news or somewhere, you actually recall the rumor. Okay, and the moment you recall the rumor, you also recall, very good, you also recall the memory of certain fact. Okay, certain example around that particular rumor, which may be not true, but you will give your rumor as something, as weight. Okay, a weight to actually present this rumor as, oh, maybe this is true. Okay, maybe this is true. We are going to learn in very deep. Okay, don't worry. So in a noisy world, misinformation is a competitor. You must counter it with clear, ruthless and repeated facts across every format. Consistency beat confusion. Guys, maybe you know this fact that a liar can't lie consistently. Okay, if someone is a liar, he is not going to lie consistently, means he will forget what he lied about. Okay, if you ask about that particular stuff which he lied about after 2 days ago or 7 days ago or 14 days ago, you will see different lies. Okay, so that's the thing, lie always changes its form. Okay, so consistency bias. Okay, consistency bias, reinforcing user identity. The brain loves a tidy narrative. We subconsciously reshape our past beliefs and actions to align with our current identity. The brain prefers the simple story. We do not go for the complex one. We always forgot the complex stories. Okay, so like, the relatable example is that, oh, I have always cared deeply about fitness. I always care about deeply the fitness. Okay, says the person who started their gym habit 3 months ago. Okay, he just started his gym just 3 months ago, but now he is declaring himself as, oh, I am a fitness enthusiast. Okay, so the application wise, that help your users articulate their progress, provide them with timeline batches, right? That streaks, milestones. Okay, streaks, milestones, like you are reinforcing a coherent positive identity of a successful person who always made the right choice, which of course was your product. Okay, then let's move toward the false memory insight. Simply visualizing an event even if you never did it. Okay, simply visualizing an event even if you never did it dramatically increase your belief that it actually occurred. The relatable truth here is that after picturing yourself frantically searching for your keys in the kitchen, you become absolutely certain that they were at some point there. Okay, you have, you maybe for when you are going out, from your home. Okay, and you have your drawers. Okay, you basically going to remember that last location where that key must be. Okay, and then you are going to get into that first location. Okay, this is going to be the your first location to find that particular key. Okay, that's the thing, that's how our memory works. So use vivid products in demos. This is how you should apply it, that use vivid product demos, interactive mock-ups, and guided visualization. They create a powerful felt familiarity, the familiar stuff. Okay, so like users can remember it. Okay, and before they have signing up, like you are putting a different kind of memory in their that past recalling. Okay, but remember, trust is your currency. Stay factual, always based around facts. Okay, the self reference, personal connection, personal connection, tailing tailoring experiences to the user's identity enhances memory. Engaging content. Memorable copy resonates when it reflects personal stories. Empowering users. Users become heroes when visuals showcase their progress. Okay, so this is like a personalization superpower. We remember information far better when it relates directly to us. Mine is intensely memorable, right? Like you can instantly recall the name Sam, but only because it's the name of your cousin. Okay, so the personalize everything. Dashboards, email, product titles use their name, show their data, their goals, their wins. Make the user the undisputed protagonist of your story. Okay, now the spacing effect. The spacing effect. Spaced repetition distributed over time will crush cramming every single time. Okay, short repeated exposure builds memory that is durable. Okay, that is durable with the small wins. Okay, with the small wins. For example, 10 minutes a day with a language app outperforms a single overwhelming 2 hours. Okay, 10 minute, 10 minute, 10 minute. This is going to hook your user. Okay, your user will always get hooked because they are seeing the progression. Okay, that's the thing. Like create a drip sequences, like micro lessons, reminder cards, weekly one tip email. This is how you reinforce learning and build habit without overwhelming the user. Okay, so build through space repetition, regular prompts enhance learning retention, short sessions improve information recall. Okay, so guys, design for what sticks. Moments, endings, self links. Like moments, focus on creating memorable experiences that stand out. Endings, engineer satisfying conclusion to leave a lasting impression. Self links, personalize it. Okay, this is the stuff. We are just getting into the end part. Our craft is not just the act of building a product, it is the orchestration of the memory of the product, because memory is a storyteller. Engineer peak and ending using the peak and rule. Tell the recap we want remembered using use Rosy Retrospection. Keep the truth durable to counter misinformation and hindsight. Personalize and space out content with self reference and spacing. Reinforce a positive identity using consistency. Okay, maybe I have put the two slides. Great, great man, great. You have put the two slides one after another. Great. So that's the thing, guys. That's the thing. Yeah. So these are the perspective drills. Okay, the similar one which I already told you, that peak and end rule, misinformation, and self reference spacing. You just have to see in that perspective. Okay, and this is where we are ending. Okay, we are ending this stuff, guys, and we are going to learn everything. We are going to learn these all 8 biases in depth with 2 videos. Okay, in depth 2 videos. So I am going to cover 4 biases in one video, and then other 4 biases in different video, or maybe 3 videos. Okay, depending on the level of depth and content I have. So yeah, that's how design the memories, not just the moments. Okay, so let's go, guys. Keep it simple, build it bold. The keep it simple, build it bold. You have to enhance this particular line in your life. Okay, just apply. Okay, and subscribe, guys. Subscribe the channel. Okay, like this video, and you can also share the video, and you can also share the whole playlist. I have complete playlist. Okay, you can share the playlist. We are going to have a very deep contents, right? This is what the drill I am focusing on. Okay, this is the drill. This is the kind of drills I am going to tell you, like the your observational skills, your leadership skills, all variety of skills, right? Strategic thinking, creative thinking. So I'm always preparing for deep content. Okay, so guys, subscribe, and yeah, we will meet in the next video. Thank you.